Alright boys, welcome back to the Black Clover mobile video. So we got a new little dev update that is obviously all in Korean, so we can't actually read it, but there's some important screenshots to show here that I want to go over, and that is one, a new raid boss, which is looks very good actually. It is a massive octopus, you can see right here once it does play out. So yeah, boom, this is the new raid boss, and it looks very good actually. I'm not gonna lie, I do like where they're going a little bit. You can see up there what it's gonna look like a little bit, but one thing that I'm really wishing they would start doing is more demons, more devils, more stuff that fits into the world of Black Clover Mobile. Granted, we're not there in the story just yet, so, you know, I'll give them some slack. But also, I do know there is some IP limitations. They probably can't actually make any demons. It would be pretty sick, and something I wish they start doing is get the author to make a actual demon original for the game that can be like an original raid boss. It'd be very cool. Maybe it's not the time for it. We have to wait and see. But hey, you know what? This looks very good. I do not mind it. But once again, I would love if they would start doing more stuff that fits into Black Clover and would be like, once again, more devils. More devil stuff would just be sick. Once again, it's just a better part of the game, really. And then going towards the end, we get first look at maybe an event coming. And that is the Chibi Patry or licks, right? It does look like licks during the actual Julius fight. This looks like, you can see down there as well, it's gonna be yummy. So probably around that time, that arc a little bit, we're gonna be getting some little event, how we have our little bingo, little events where like maybe you have like Patry licks versus like the Yami, for example. But hey, this is once again a cool thing just to see a little bit while being teased in the background. And then we get some pretty big reveals here, boys, actually. And that is, yeah, Black Divider Asta, if I heard myself here. So you can see this looks like to be official artwork of, you know, Black Divider Asta. Don't know where they got it, but this is them recreating it in like the exact same pose to obviously, you know, keep to that Black Clover theme a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be the official artwork. You can see it is different. Very similar, but it's different. And yeah, it just looks a lot better. Once again, it's gonna be sick. But am I surprised to see Black Divider Asta now? A little bit, not really, but I would have liked and hoped that Zagrid, the word Soul Magic Devil, it would have been like the actual, you know, first dark type character. But I guess Black Asta Divider makes sense too. I wonder how they're going to handle, you know, the devil. Is he going to be an actual, you know, festival? Is it going to be like a normal standard, you know, filler character? Not too sure who they release alongside of him because they love to release characters in pairs. But yeah, once again, just seeing that is sick. Very weird, a little bit strange to get the new, I mean, it's not confirmed, but at least we know we're working in it. But at this point, it's the only evidence we have that he's probably going to be the next actual, you know, festival character. And considering that the world's not even out yet, to start talking or thinking about the next actual, you know, festival character is kind of crazy. But yeah, that's basically all they've shown throughout this actual trailer. But we jump over towards the patch notes on JP. Once again, this is JP, not going to get on global, but this is a good thing to see that we're also going to get this because they do reveal some nice, pretty cool stuff in here. And that is right down here. But then jumping over towards the patch notes, we got some new information, which is pretty spicy. And that is going to be the new event that is going to give us a free, obviously, Summoner Well. Probably not her skill page because, to be fair, you don't need it. A free cheerleader outfit for Noelle, a free universal dupe for any skill page, but also the surprise you're gonna be giving out one free dupe off the actual, you know, skill page for Valkyrie on Noelle. And we spoke about on the channel, her skill page is kind of mid. The only thing you want, the reason why you want it is just to make obviously Valkyrie on Noelle herself better because the skill buff is actually pretty good. But in terms of what the skill page does, it's not that crazy, at least in comparison towards the last festival character we had with obviously Julius, Black Asta. You wanted to get deep for it. You know, Spirit Dive, you know, and Mariano, you really need to get that skill page maxed out. Where it's kind of nice that Valkyrie on the world is, you know, you only have to get once, but hey, at least they're going to be given one free copy, maybe 2 free copies, because you can get it by literally buying the battle pass during the event, which once again might be why this is here, but it also might be because you get 2 copies of it for free. But hey, if you look at it, to get that actual battle pass is only going to cost you gold, 1.5 mil, I think that's what it is. Which, hey, at least it's not diamonds, because before it would cost like 1.5k diamonds, which once again for gold is a lot better. Some free stuff here, and we go down, we get to see our first look at the new Super Growth Mages Path, which is, once again, we kind of covered it on the channel already. We knew we were going to be getting a free Julius, but the big question was, were we going to get a free Julius skill page? Because most of us have already duped out Julius, so getting a free Julius, it doesn't really mean too much other than, hey, saving that for when we do get, like, you know, level 225. But obviously what people wanted was this skill page because not everyone has that maxed out. And honestly, getting a free Julius doesn't mean much if you don't get a free skill page, which we are going to be getting, which is very nice. Plus, it does look like we're going to be getting 63 pulls in the mission too. And also, we're going to be getting, was that 1, 2, and for the looks of it already, 2 actual free dupes, which to be fair, dupes of any character that's in that ticket, it might only be limited towards like the starter characters, which is still fine. Once again, bear in mind, they are released in 125, which to extend a character to 100, 500, 10, 115, you do need to get 1 dupe of any previous mage in the game. So, yeah, getting a lot of those is going to be very, very helpful. And then some other funny news, they're also delaying the release. I mean, not for a global because he'll be the exact same when he comes out, but the delay in the release of Finral. And it's funny because they removed him off the picture, which is kind of funny, but apparently he was too broken, which is weird. Whatever, fair enough. Finral, he loves being broken. He's always a support type that's typically going to be broken a little bit. So, you know, I mean, to be fair, I would have loved for it to be great. That's the broken one, and they delayed her. But hey, whatever, at least he's going to come out at the exact same time for global. But funny to see him do that. And then the final thing I want to talk about is this, and that is them just simply saying they're considering abolishing the seasonal system, however, in Black. Obviously, giving it a new thing to it, giving it like a better look a little bit. How do I feel about this? I think I am open to it. I don't mind it. Obviously, it's very nice to get a new seasonal character every month for free, but it also takes away from the seasonal battles a little bit because, one, they have to make them a lot better at dupe levels, right? I mean, to be fair, they're doing that anyway, but like, you know, it's a lot of the seasonal characters, you know, you can't really use them at 1 star. You really have to use them at like 2, especially 5 star a little bit. So that one might limit or like, you know, decrease the limit of needing them at 5-star dupes. And it's also, I think, a big problem with the game a little bit, and that is just them not releasing enough main character characters from the main story. You can see a comment here where someone does say they don't have enough hype characters in the story to pump out, though, which they do. I always hate this argument in every game I play. You always say that. It's so... I'm sorry. I actually do know this guy, so I'm, you know, I don't want to roast him a little bit, but I'm not roasting him. I'm just saying the idea behind it, I think, is a bit stupid because there's so many characters you can see on screen now that they skipped that should have been in the game, but they haven't put out yet. And we're breezing through the story mode. I mean, boys, we're already on the elf arc, and there's still so many characters they skipped out on, and also characters that are going to be coming out, especially during the elf arc. How many characters we could be getting from the elf arc? Like, think about it. Almost like half the like Magic Knight squads turn into elves. You know, that's so many characters we can get just off that alone. And of course, I guess it does come down to one thing too, and that is the way they handle the characters also in Black Clover Mobile. And that is they don't want to repeat certain characters. What I mean by this, essentially, if there is a character in game, we cannot get that character again unless something drastically changes, like an outfit or an appearance. For example, Gordon is a good example here. Basically, Gordon, appearance-wise, hasn't changed since the beginning of the story. So we haven't gotten a new character of him because he doesn't change. We can't get another Black Balls Gordon in the exact same outfit because that will, I guess, contradict the game a little bit. In fact, the only way we're going to see Gordon become playable is for 2 reasons. 1, if they release a seasonal character, which is obviously what they can do for any character. Or 2, is if they remove his hat. I'm not joking. If you look towards, obviously, Vanessa as well, she got very similar treatment. You have the Black Balls Vanessa, but then when they actually released the actual SSR one, because it also is Black Balls Vanessa, granted, you do have Rouge next to her, which is the cat, but they removed the hat. So there has to be a distinct difference in the characters, which is why we're going to be getting a new Finral to begin with. And that is because they are actually having a different hair color change, right? So that is my biggest problem with the game, is that they can't go back and release another Black Balls Vanessa just with different animations. The only time they can add new characters is if they change in appearance, which is a little bit annoying because we're seeing that with obviously Yami, for example. We've only ever gotten one Yami from the story. The other 2 have been seasonals, and Yami obviously doesn't change in his appearance. But if you know Yami always has different power-ups. So having, for example, Dimension Slash, Yami as a seasonal character took away from the character a little bit. They should have literally just re-released Yami in his outfit, who cares, but then change the color. And that's something I would love them to do, is just have, there's something that I know Grand Cross does a little bit, where like, yeah, you have the same character, but it's a different color, and that's something they should be doing, because once again, they took away from the Ninja slash Yami. But then we also have Equinox in the future, we have, you know, Death Frost, we have you know, Black Hole. There's so many other Yamis you can get that, are they gonna make it to seasonals? That'll take away from the character, and that goes towards a lot of characters in this series entirely. And that's something, once again, I think the seasonal format has almost taken away from a little bit, because a lot of people I know at the start, especially during the beta and even the first like months in the JP, a lot of people complained that there was just too many seasonals. And even now, boys, you lot saw, we got, what was it? We got Vanessa and Zora, and then it took 4 months. Like, if you look right now, the only character we're getting next is literally, that aren't festival characters, of course, is literally just Finral and Gary. Like, it's the gap between getting, you know, standard banner characters that aren't festivals, that aren't seasonal characters, it's so long. And once again, there's so many important characters we were missing. But yeah, boys, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you lot think. Once again, there's kind of mixed opinions about here, about it's their loss, but also a good thing. We'll have to wait and see how it actually turns out here, because a lot of people like the season system, but they also don't like the fact that they just keep doing the same characters. They don't do any exciting new seasons. It's just a party dress. Who cares? We want like crazy, like fantasy ones, something that we haven't seen before, which can go both ways as well. But yeah, boys, let me know what you think. That is kind of it for today's video. That is all we have. Black Asta teased, very exciting. New raid boss, very exciting. New changes towards the game that is going to be coming for this, I guess, the first, second year of Black Clover, which is also looking forward towards that. So, boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.